Divorce is never easy, especially when there are children involved. However, being honest with them is the first step to helping them cope. Hi, I'm Lucas Owen. This is a very difficult time for you going through a divorce, but it's also a very difficult time for your children. Children and divorce and helping them cope is one of the most important things you can do right now as you go through this difficult time. One of the first tips I'll give you in this time to help your children cope is to be honest with them. Be honest that the relationship is over with your spouse. Be honest about the fact that this is how it is, and don't get tempted to sugarcoat stuff and make it sound sweet and nice and somehow with some sense of hope in it. It's not that you have to give them every detail, but you really have to be honest and upfront with your children and let them know that the relationship is over. Also, reassure your children. A lot of children, when a divorce occurs in the household, feel like it's their fault. And it's your job to reassure them that this divorce has nothing to do with them, that they had nothing to do with this divorce. You have to reassure them of this, and not just one time, but you have to continuously do it, because children have a sense of responsibility when it comes to their parents, and when something goes wrong, they tend to ingest that responsibility and put it upon themselves. So you need to let them know, your children know, that this is not their fault, and reassure them constantly. Also, if you can, I know it's difficult, but try to maintain the same routine that you've had even while with your children, even while you're now divorced. In other words, try to maintain a sense of normalcy, a level of normalcy with your children. Obviously, you're not going to be able to do everything that you could when you had your spouse there to support you. But you really need to help your children feel a sense of normalcy so that they don't feel like life has just dramatically changed because of this divorce. And it may take some extra effort on your part, but try to maintain as much of the same routine as you had with your kids while you were married, now that you're divorced. If you need help from friends, then ask them for help. But it's really important that you try to maintain that sense of normalcy and that routine with your children as much as you can. And lastly, just speak kindly of your ex. It's so easy for couples who divorce to be angry at each other and start speaking badly of your spouse in front of your children without even really knowing. You know, speak kindly of your spouse. If you can't speak kindly of your spouse, then try not to speak of your ex-spouse at all while your children are around, while they're within hearing distance. Otherwise, if they're going to be around and you're speaking about your ex-spouse, do try to speak kindly of them, regardless of who was at fault or who you feel was at fault for the divorce. I'm Lucas Owen.